Let's take a listen. Patrick Mahomes post game.
I made two just bad throws where I was trying to lay it over a linebacker and a safety, and I just didn't throw it far enough and hit the dude right in the chest. Stuff that you can't do. But I was proud of how the guys fought. I mean, obviously the defense kept us in it, and then the offense had two drives in the fourth quarter where we had sustained drives, and that's a good defense. So I'm proud of that, but obviously a lot to learn from and a lot to correct.
Patrick, you guys killed the last, I think, 7.5 minutes with the ball, similar to the way the Jacksonville game ended. Why have you guys been so good in those situations?
Yeah, it's just guys responding. Obviously, we didn't play to our level in that kind of that second, third quarter, but guys responded and kept just pushing. And that's good things to see. I mean, a little similar to last year. It's not always going to be pretty for 4 quarters, especially when you're playing a good defense like that. But whenever the opportunity arises, it's about going down there and finishing. And obviously, we didn't do that the first game, and I'm glad that we've been able to do that in these last few.
Patrick, it depends on what you do with this, right? Whether it serves you well to have a game like this. But what do you feel like in some way it does? I don't know if it's a reality check, but what is it? What does the game do for you think?
Yeah, no, that's a good defense. I mean, I knew it was going to be a fight going against that defense. Responded well, and we were behind the chains a lot, even on those drives, and we were able to fight our way to get those first downs. And so it definitely was a tough battle, but I was glad we found a way to get the win.
What was the message from the coach at halftime?
I think it was just kind of let's just keep playing together, keep fighting. I knew, I mean, I took accountability on it. I knew I'd put us in 2 bad positions at the end of the half and in the early second quarter. And so I think just no one points fingers in that locker room. We all play together. You know, not everything's going to be pretty, but the guys responded. We came together and found a way to get a win.
Patrick, you said that the guys responded. Andy said when you kind of get in that situation, you like to fix it. You like to fix things. How do you respond when things aren't working out the way that you're hoping?
Yeah, I've just learned you can only control the next play. You can only go out there and do what you need to do for that next play. Nothing in the past matters. And I don't know if it's coming from Texas Tech or how I played growing up. It's just you keep throwing it. You keep putting it out there and let your guys have chances. You can't worry about the interceptions that have happened in the past. You have to keep fighting, and that's something that I believe in. And obviously, I try to be more careful with the football. But at the same time, I have to be me. I have to go out there and give guys chances to make plays. That's what I try to do.
Of course, you talk about being you, right? And you pick up everyone when you start well, right? But who picks you up? Is it the coach or is it another?
I think it's just the whole team, honestly. I mean, it's everybody. No one ever points fingers on this team. I don't think not just me. I think at everybody. If something goes bad, you pick that guy up and you keep fighting. And that's why I think we've won a lot of football games here. Is that it doesn't always have to be perfect, but we're going to respond and have each other's back. And that's what makes great football teams.
Adam, Patrick, that 25-yard run you had on that last drive, that was obviously a big play, but you were particularly fired up when it was over. Was there something else behind that?
Yeah, I mean, we just needed that. We needed that play at that time. We were trying to get into field goal range. We're trying to do what we can to keep the defense off the field. They've been playing their tail off in that second half. I'm a little upset. I kind of stumbled. I was thinking I could maybe get around the side a little bit. I mean, it was a big first down, and then we were able to kind of keep it moving down the field. I've told a lot of people, I mean, I'm faster than people think. I don't run pretty, so people think I'm slow, but I move a little bit better than people think.
Patrick, it's the 2 interceptions that you touched on briefly. It's kind of similar plays, it looked like, but I wonder if you could just take us through what you saw.
Yeah, it's just being greedy, man. Just got to throw the ball away. They covered both the plays well, but instead of just throwing the ball away, I try to make perfect throws where I tried the one to Noah. I saw the guy underneath it. I thought I could throw it to the sideline, him or nobody, maybe catch it on the sideline, first down, and obviously didn't throw it good enough, hit the dude right in the chest. And the same with Travis. I mean, we're in that situation where I'm trying to get at least Harrison in field goal range, and they're dropping for depth. And I thought Trav had beat his guy, but the whole player was there. And I thought I could throw it over him, and obviously I couldn't. And so he made a good play on it. And so it's just you just got to know when you can take those chances. And obviously that time at those points in the game, I can't do that. I got to throw the football away and just live to play another play.
All right, we're going to go these 3 gentlemen in the back, and we're going to finish up here.
Patrick, are you satisfied with the way the team's come around here with the first month of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good when you find ways to win. I think I've learned in my 6 or 7 years, it's you can win pretty, but you have to win ugly too in order to win Super Bowls. And so for me, it's always, even though I hate it while it's happening, I feel like it makes you better in the end if you win games like this where not everything's going perfect. And so we did that last year, and we're going to try to do that again this year, and then try to keep getting better. And so we're playing our best football at the end of the season.
Patrick, first time playing in MetLife, what was the atmosphere like?
No, it was awesome, honestly. I got to come here for my first year twice, two times in 3 weeks, but obviously didn't get to play in the game. But the atmosphere was awesome Sunday night. I mean, from the intros all the way to the end of the game, the fans were in it. And my dad played for the Mets, and so I know the fans really support their teams. And so I was glad to be here and get to play in the same state and kind of the same type of fan base that my dad played in.
Follow up on that was like Isaiah Pacheco kind of coming back to New Jersey, just his game, the way he played today in front of the fans that he grew up.
Yeah, no, he's I call him, he's Jersey's own, man. He went to Rutgers. He played in Jersey. He loves it. Kind of how I am with Texas. He has a lot of pride in it, and so I could see it from the first snap. You could see it in his eyes. Like this meant more to him, and he did a great job catching the ball, running the ball. I mean, he put up great. I haven't looked at the stats. He put up great stats and made some big runs when we really needed them.
Last three, Adam. Patrick, you got the 200 TD record tonight. Does that, number one, does that mean anything? And number two, did you keep the ball?
I don't even. What is the record?
200.
Yeah, I mean it means a ton because I guess the people that are on the list, the quarterbacks that have came before me, I mean, you just got to keep going. I mean, the game has changed, so I think someone will pass me before too long. And so you just go out there and keep playing. And the one thing that doesn't change is Super Bowls, so I'm going to try to keep getting those.
Last two. Hey, going back to that run, was you surprised that it was just wide open up the middle? It was so wide open, I feel like I could have ran that.
No, the offensive line, first off, did a good job blocking. That pass rush is, I mean, is one of the top in the NFL, if not the top. And it kind of opened up, but there was a lot of attention, which, I mean, while there was a flag, there was a lot of attention on Travis, which is, I mean, important. And so once he kind of went to the right, he took like 3 people with him, and it opened up for me. And so, like I said, I'm a little faster than people think I am. So maybe one day I'll get a spy. That's my goal. If I can get a spy, that I'll know I've made it.
Last one. Patrick, talk to some of your teammates who talked about going to the halves, some adversity. Talked to Trinity, talked about Chris Jones and Spags talking about brotherhood. After a quarter of the season's already gone, what's the character to make with a team that you see? You talked about adversity and the different type of wins that you want. Give us an idea what the character of this team is going for.
Yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of the guys, even though they're young, we've been together now. We've played in a lot of different style of football games, and we've gotten better from it. And so whenever, like I was saying earlier, I mean, like whenever stuff's going bad, no one's pointing fingers. I just believe the defense is going to get a stop when we need to get a stop, and the defense believes in me that I'm going to find a way for them to get the offense going and score points. And every time we're walking in and kind of crossing from the defense going off and the offense going off both ways, it's like, hey, we got you, or hey, I got you right here. And I think that's a true brotherhood, is that we believe in each other whenever times are tough. That's why we find ways to win games like this.
All right, thank you.
All right, another look at the history made here on Sunday night. Patrick Mahomes getting to 200 career passing touchdowns in 5 games fewer than Dante. Different era. Dan would have lit it up, man. If only. Patrick Mahomes, perhaps the personification in today's day and age. That's just shy of 2.5 touchdown passes per game. Mahomes continuing to make history and doing it with a